Alright, friends. Yes, I'm reverting to being polite for this video because I'm actually feeling quite nice today. But yes, welcome back to Road to Kim Jong-gi. I'm going bald, whatever, right? Essentially drawing for imagination series. Testing myself, all that shit, right? Oh, like, subscribe, or fuck off, right? I don't care which, although I prefer specifically the first two. Keep me on in the background and draw along with me. We're all friends here because I need your money. But anyways, now that I've gotten the begging for likes out of the way, yeah, this is still really cool to me. I'm actually very surprised that I drew this, but I have an idea now, and I think I've solidified how I want to approach this. So the main thing now is to sort of let it come to fruition. Let it come on fruition. But there's gonna be a decent amount of thinking ahead I have to do here. So, because I'm okay, I want this to be attached. This is like a rocket, right? How should this be attached to this fucker is the question. Because I can do something. Okay, so maybe something like this. Right? And just trying to think how that would look. Because I have no idea what a rocket looks like. Okay, what am I trying to do here is the question. Nope, that's not correct. And sort of fucked up the perspective. Just a little. Enough to hate myself, but not enough to kill myself. See, I fucked it up again. Oh no! But we can just pretend like that didn't happen and keep going. So this is obviously supposed to be more like that. Okay, and now I want to maybe add some rounding, right? Can we add some rounding to this? This looks pretty two-dimensional for the time being. I'm trying to figure out why. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure this out. This is gonna take a while. I'm probably gonna spend at least, there'll be a few videos, quote unquote, of this, because not this specifically, but filling out this scene, because I have the idea now, and I think the idea is pretty solid. But I want to make this rocket. I want to do something with it. What can we do? What is a rocket-like shape? What do we associate rockets with? Well, we associate it with missiles. Right? And this can be a nice little, I guess, callback to what I've been establishing. Which is this. Right? This thing over here. Okay, but the attachment itself needs to make sense, so... something like that. And then we can even keep going. question is, okay, I think I sort of understand what I'm trying to do here. Something like this. This is obviously becoming very muddled. It's very fucking muddled. But I've committed, so we have to go through with it, right? And I should have thought more ahead, way more ahead, but it is what it is. And we can just have this rocket. Actually, wait, that's... should have had it come like this. Should have had it come a bit more inwards. But I guess it is what it is. Whatever. I wanted to be a bit better in this regard. Because now the perspective is all sorts of fucked. Right? But maybe if I just make this part black. And then... see, what the fuck is going on here? I don't even know what I've done here. I'm so confused. I don't know what I've done here. At all, actually. But this is how we learn, right? This is where gaps in my knowledge come about. Quote unquote knowledge, of course. I have no fucking knowledge right now. This is all random bullshit. Let's be real. It's all just random bullshit. So... this is the... what is it? Like random bullshit. Go burr machine. I think I already used that joke yesterday. Fuck. But... oh, and also when I showed this to my girlfriend and her cousin was there too, they thought this was more of an ogre looking thing. Which maybe is what it is. But I don't fucking know. There you go. Maybe some shadows here to define the fur, right? Okay, anyways, I'm gonna rest my brain. That kind of looks weird. that did not work out how I expected it to. But that's because I wasn't really thinking properly on what it should look like, right? So that's on me, obviously. Maybe I can sort of fraud this. Right? Because we technically do need this in all aspects. And I'm just going to draw over. It's going to be a bit messy, but I feel as if at least that will make it look more three-dimensional to a degree. Okay, there you go. Now it just looks really dumb rather than extremely dumb, which is a fine distinction to be made. But anyways, let me rest my brain. Okay, clearly that rocket did not turn out how it should have. Okay, so I think I already know how I fucked up this rocket. Too many things are jutting out. It doesn't work. It's a bit awkward. And now it's jumbled as well. So this guy's hand is over here, of course. Right, and it's grabbing onto this. It's actually, funny enough, he's holding something that we're all familiar with right now, which is going to be... wait, what perspective do I want this in? I don't know, something that seems organic, right? Somewhere here. Okay, let's do something like trying to think. Now this could be very off. I think it actually is very off. Just trying to think, because now this is obviously a bit awkward and maybe doesn't make the most amount of sense. But yeah, I fucked up the perspective for the way his hand should be holding the thing. So what should I do? How can we work around this? It's a mistake that has occurred. Now we have to problem solve, right? How can we work around this? Maybe it doesn't even have to be what I was initially going to do after all. Right? There you go. Maybe it's just the grenade, which is still being held very awkwardly, of course. There you go. Maybe this hand. There you go. Something like this. So obviously he's not really holding it properly. Maybe he's just a bit of a flimsy bastard. Right? But now we can just, as they say, indicate form. And then, what is it? Little squiggles I added, right? Yeah, clearly this is the thing right now, right? I'm still figuring out how to even fucking go about sort of creating not even a story, but consistency in my own mind when it comes to these sort of drawings. Maybe he has a fourth appendage right here. There you go. Now it's holding on to it. If I just do something like this. Right. And we can indicate each of the appendages through, again, as Antonio says, indicating the form. Yeah, this is obviously very new to me, so I'm not going to give myself too much crap. But this is really fun as well. Right. Maybe it's a veiny piece of shit, who knows? Right. Let's indicate the form for this as well. Fucking, it's hard to do these tiny ass lines. There you go. Now we know that he's holding on to. Hopefully, it's clear that he's holding on to the grenade. Maybe I can just black this part out so it reads a lot better in terms of contrast. Again, maybe it doesn't make sense, sort of logically speaking. But I think a lot of art is to understand logic and then disregard it where it suits the composition, right? Yeah, see? So this guy has a grenade in his hand because he's obviously, as you can see from his expression, expecting something. He's expecting something. What is he expecting? Find out soon, actually. But maybe not even in this session. But yeah, I'm just gonna rest my brain. Oh wow, I've only been drawing for 17 minutes. This shit's so fun. Oh, my back, my crack. Ugh. But yeah, let me rest my brain. But yeah, you know, still pretty interesting stuff, I'd like to think. Again, main thing is I'm just having fun with it. But as you can see, I was expecting too much here. And that's funny enough, like literally when I expect myself to do better is when I do worse, right? Now, like, this is just a complete fucking hot pot of disappointment. It's a mess. It's an absolute mess. And there's nobody can make sense of it. I definitely can't fucking make sense of it. If we had maybe shadows around here. Right now it's more three-dimensional, hopefully. I believe these are called, are these cast shadows? These must be, there's like contact shadows, cast shadows, something like that, right? So it's a bit confusing. But yeah. I think it's clear that he's holding a grenade, hopefully. Maybe 4 fingers is a bit off. It might just be because this one should probably be wrapping around a bit better. Maybe that makes it a bit easier to understand. Or maybe not. Who knows? Anyways, what do I want him to do with his other hand? That rocket's just sad now. Could have been something. I turned it into something whack. This looks pretty interesting though. But let's see what I can do with his right hand. Okay. This guy's story is actually really interesting. Just in terms of like the type of stories you could probably think about for this character. But let's do something like Oh, maybe we should have made it further away. Then I will do that. And obviously I'm gonna have to draw over this because that's a fuck up on my end. Right? But we can just sort of even make that not happen. Just drawing over it. Now, I obviously don't know anything about these things, but I do know what I think would look cool, right? Which is probably stuff like this. That's what I would think would look cool. And I know there's probably like a chamber. Right? 4. And I have to obviously keep in mind that he's going to be holding this. Right? Wait. That doesn't make any sense. Something like that. Maybe. Perspective's a bit off, but it's okay. But obviously I need a chamber because there's no point in let's see, what do they look like? They look like that. I think 6 is the usual amount, right? Does that indicate glass? Who knows? I don't know. But let's do 3. Let's do 2 more. All right, let's do 2 more of this. Cool. But not everything is hunky-dory, as they say, because sometimes you need a cutout, like so. And on the bottom, maybe we can just have 2. Everybody loves asymmetry, right? We all we all live for asymmetry. Just had to clear my voice there to sound like a man. And this one will be like that. But fret not, because you can have something like that. Right? Something like that. Okay, now his hand needs to be here, so we do need something for his hand to grab. So There you go. Some random cutouts. Uh, Another thing like that, maybe. Right? Trying, of course, different angles and everything. Basically, quote unquote, I'm trying to design a gun, right? But this gun doesn't look very powerful yet, because I guess this part needs to have more oomph. There you go. And maybe we can even get a giant thing right here. Which that sort of really defines that this is a serious boo-boo weapon. Is that too much? Maybe. Possibly. Very likely. But I think it looks cool. I think it's a step in trying to do something, right? So that's all that matters to me, and I'm gonna rest my brain. It's so cool when you have the skill to actually create worlds, right? I'm not saying I have the okay, I think my camera's a little off angle. Right, adjusted, nice. But yeah, this is fun as shit. I just need to figure out how the fuck his hand's gonna hold this now. Which is where we need the handle. So let me just rest my brain and I guess think on that. Alright. Cool. Yeah, I gotta really think ahead on how this is gonna work over here, right? I also have no idea what to do with this fucker's lower body, but I guess we'll figure that out as time goes on. And now somehow it's already been half an hour, so that's funny. Time flies when you don't want it to, and time flies when you don't expect it to. Bars. Okay, so his hand's right here. Right, so I just need him. Oh, wait. This is. I just got an idea because I'm too fucking shit to draw arms. Okay. Right. And then we could have something like. Wait. It's very close, so something has to happen now. I could do this, then I could do. Right, form intersection, followed by just an outline for that. There you go, something like that, right? Okay. Now this is the fun part, which is I'm too lazy to draw arms when or an actual arm. So when in doubt, There you go. That's an interesting enough shape. Let's add a couple bolts to it. This is what's holding it all together. Just 4 fucking bolts, apparently. There you go. Yeah, I wonder how this weapon would work in real life. The answer is it wouldn't work in real life. It wouldn't make any fucking sense in real life. Yeah, it wouldn't make any fucking sense at all. But here, in the... What was it called? What the fuck was the name of that place in Ready Player One? I was trying to make a stupid joke. Right, the Oracle? No. The Oasis, right? Something, I think it was the Oasis. But yeah, anyways, the joke was like, here in the Oasis, anything is possible. But even the Oasis had very intentional design, so I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Yeah, it's true, guys. When you enjoy the process, when you're just having fun, holy shit. This stuff is just... I just cannot be angry. I hashtag cannot, you know what I'm saying? It's really hard to... Again, I don't understand shadows at all, but hey, maybe adding a black spot here would be cool. Oh look, it does look kind of cool. Nice. But yeah, when I'm just kind of dicking around and just really present in the moment, it's like everything releases, including my bowels. So it's quite nice. Again, I'm just doing this to add contrast. Do I know what contrast is? Absolutely fucking not. But am I gonna abuse it? Of course I'm gonna abuse it. Just like I abuse my girlfriend. In Minecraft, of course. Okay. That's interesting, right? Oh, let me add form indications again. Like that. Same thing here. There you go. Looks more three-dimensional that way. But yeah, don't worry. I'm lazy as fuck, so when in doubt, just repeat. Right? Just repeat. But yeah, who would have thought I'd be able to make something like this? Not high, not high. And again, this one is, I guess, so much more detailed, rendered, unique, quote unquote, than what I did with my first attempt. I think it's just because I stopped expecting. I had an idea and I was like, let's just see how I can execute it. This is so different than what I initially imagined in terms of execution. But in terms of the idea has actually been pretty consistent, which is nice. I guess, can you guys see my hand motions when I make these exaggerated gestures? My mic on? Good. I should have at least 3 recording sessions left in this mic. Although after this video recording, I do have to transfer everything to my laptop or the hard drive, because yeah, I'm gonna run out of space after this one. Each video does take a little bit. Maybe we can have additional bullet chambers that get fed up through this, right? Design-wise, I think it makes absolutely zero sense. But It's aesthetic in it. I was going for something. Should have obviously made the perspective more consistent. Because this is kind of like a fucking shoddy ass weapon now. But hey, it's still pretty interesting. And I think this is why ArtWAD's biggest thing that they're missing is design thinking. They have a course on it, but again, Antonio's whole philosophy now is fuck the courses. We ball in on the roadmaps, baby. So a design and roadmap would be incredible. I'm sure they've already kind of thought of that. Like, I have no doubts that this is something that's at least hopefully on the plate, because that would change everything. Genuinely would change everything. And let's just do this. Maybe it doesn't make too much sense, but it's okay. it's fine. Kind of fucked that up, but there you go. Maybe it's like a an additional chamber. Actually, yeah, maybe. I wasn't even thinking of that. That's hilarious. Okay. And now here's where the good starts to happen. Pure laziness. Pure laziness. Let's fucking go. You reuse the same idea. Yeah, baby. And would you look at that? Just like that, I've completely just regurgitated because I don't know how to fucking draw an arm properly. Right? Good shit. Good shit. Let's add some form indications here. I like being this type of artist who goes back and forth, to be honest. Maybe it's frustrating for you guys, in which I don't care, like and subscribe, but for me, it's actually really nice just being able to go to different parts of the drawing, add little things here and there, right? It's cool. It's honestly really cool. For me, that is. Maybe, again, some things will probably make it worse, some things will probably make it better. But, you know what they say? Let's do it to it. Goofy movie. Which at this point, a lot of you may not even know about, which is sad. It's very sad. Then again, actually, my demographic is my age. But there's a lot of 18-year-olds here, and it's crazy. I'm fucking older than 18-year-olds. Almost a decade older. Because I have a late birthday. That's insane to me. This actually is off perspective here. This one should have made it a bit better. But there you go. Now it's kind of, I guess. Okay. Then we can have another one coming out like. Again, I gotta think about like fucking the fur, right? We want the fur to be furring it up. Okay, and then we can have one straight out coming through this. Right. All through different parts. Of course, there will be overlap. You know, this is maybe this guy's shit looks so whack and incoherent because he's in the middle of a war. Did any of you inconsiderate pieces of shits ever think about that? He's in the middle of fucking war and he doesn't have the ability to just I was gonna make a stupid like, but Tony Stark built this in a fucking cave with a box of scraps. That's a bad joke. Bad joke. Just kill yourself. But there you go. I think that's okay. I think that's enough. Uh, tentacles or wires or whatever. Now I just need to rest my brain, fill it in, and we have to figure out what the fuck to do with the second half of his body, the pantsu, the torso. Because technically this is just a torso box right now. Then I got the connection, the pelvis. So we're not seeing his pants actually. So I just got to add like a belt or something here maybe, which possibly has more grenades. Who knows? Just keep adding grenades. What other things do people carry, if not grenades? Well, maybe let's have it a different type of grenade because that is not what the pin looks like. I just remembered what the pin looks like, so let's do that instead. Damn, bro, 42 minutes already? God damn. I haven't done shit. What the fuck have I done? I finished this rocket. I made the arm a little, and then I added this. I guess art takes time. Who would have thought? Who would have thought art takes time? Anyways, let me rest my brain. Ah, nom nom the nom nom. Some tasty, tasty shite. Okay. So let's add some fur and shit. Maybe this was excessive, but this entire design is excessive, so what's really stopping me, right? Well, this guy does have fur, so let's do just something like that, right? To indicate that it exists. Well, we can make this his arm, I guess. So let's give this a bit more solidity. Right? Actually, that can't be his arm, because now it's overlapping with his chest. Jesus Christ. This, something like that. There you go. Did I ruin it? Probably. I wasn't thinking there. I was just digging around doing something stupid. But, you know, this man's been through a lot. He even has a random scar right there. Right? Maybe he even has a scar over his face. Perhaps a scar face of sorts. You know, he definitely has a scar over his shoulder, right? He's been through a lot. He's been through a lot. That's why we need to have empathy when the artist decides to completely fuck up his design. Because he does not even know what his design is. It's really sad. For example, why is the artist adding these random lines? Is it because they have intent and purpose? Or is it because he has no idea what the fuck he's doing? All will be revealed in about 3 seconds? Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. But you look at that, patience rewards those who wait. Pretty sure that's a saying, and it's quite deep. And I know about deep. There you go. Now this also looks like it's fucking molded onto his body. This poor guy, bro. Who did this to you? Apart from me making these random choices, who did this to you? We should come up with a name for this person, this individual. How about Dork the Bork Bork? He looks like quite the Dork Bork Bork. Oh, sorry, the Bork Bork. So Dork the Bork Bork here. He comes from the planet Gork Bork the Lork Lork. And these people, they're quite depressed. Because for some reason they have an incredibly retarded creator who gave them such a name for their species. And their namology. Right, so Dork the Lork Lork. Oh wait, fuck. Wait, that's his planet. Dork the Bork Bork. Has decided to commit mutiny against his own people. Because he's just tired of being fucking called Dork the Bork Bork. He particularly likes the name Samuel. Samuel is distinguished, you know, it's short, less than 3 syllables. Actually, wait, it is 3 syllables. Fuck, less than 4 syllables. So Dork the Bork Bork, now formerly known as Samuel, as per his wishes. So Samuel has made a choice to betray his people. It was not an easy choice. No, nay, he says nay. Because he had to go to his nearest podium outside his house. Because in his planet and on his planet, podiums are a sign of free speech. If you're on a podium, people will freely listen to you speak. And that's what he did. And boy did he speak. Well, for his species, they don't really speak. They make moaning noises like that. So it was just a lot of over and over and over again. And the sad thing is, even for his people, they prefer to be mute, you know, because they hate hearing the sound of their own speech patterns. Really, evolution really took an odd turn where they developed communication abilities via their mouth patterns, but unfortunately, they didn't develop enjoying those communication abilities and actually, you know, it being a part of how they live their life. So sign language is actually how most of them communicate. Now, unfortunately for Dork the Bork Bork, also known as Samuel, he was born without a hand, without 2 hands. You see? So he was actually given a spoon and a fork instead. That's why they named him Dork the Bork Bork, because they just would think of anything that rhymed with fork and insult him by it. So really quite sad. But yeah, one day he got up on a podium and he spoke, or he grunted, he did his moaning noises, and his people booed him off the stage because they couldn't stand to listen to his fucking voice. And on that day, he decided that he would no longer speak, and he would sign specifically with a spoon and fork, except it was no longer spoon and fork. Great restaurant, by the way. It was no longer a spoon and fork. He had gone to the doctor, Jeremy, who also hated his original name, Junga Bunga Lunga Dunga, and he told him, or he moaned him, that he technically, I guess, sign language with this fucking spoon and fork. He said, "You must remove my existing appendages and replace them with violent appendages." And that's where we see him now. Fast forward 30 years, he has committed a successful genocide against his own people. Wow, I thought he would have a much sadder backstory. He's just a piece of shit. Honestly, he deserves to die. Piece of shit. But he has committed a successful genocide against his people. And now maybe there are only a few thousand left. Before there were a few 100 million. So it goes to show what happens when you give a fucker a spoon and fork for arms, bro. He goes crazy. Anyways, let me rest my brain. I don't know what happened here. Actually, wait, I do want to add more form indications just for shits. But where can we add them? Maybe something like this. There you go. Maybe something like that. Wait, is my camera still recording? My dork shit was some top tier lore. Okay, it is good. I don't know what I did there. But it is something. So this is a weird looking weapon. Makes no fucking sense, but it is what it is. Honestly, I wish I could have made it like, I don't know if this position is awkward, right? Because he's obviously looking. Both his arms are kind of going in that direction, but I wish I could have done something more different. But it is what it is. He actually brought this as a just for shits and giggles. Like he found it on the floor. It was broken. That explains the shitty design. He's like, maybe I can use this and throw it on someone. Right? It's heavy. It weighs like 3, 4, 5 pounds, maybe 10. It could cause some damage. But anyways, let me rest my brain. It's just... But yes, onwards to Samuel's story. And now here we are in the present. He is on the run, but he's also on the hunt. It's a bit contradictory, but he's running to hunt. He is being hunted, yet little do they know that they're the ones that are being hunted. Right? Except in this case, he's very clearly going to be the one that's being hunted. But look at him, bro. Like, look at him. He's 100% not in any danger. Or so he thinks. But soon, when I finish this drawing, a few videos from now, little will he realize that he is not Walter White. He is not the danger. And he is, in fact, going to get absolutely fucking wrecked. Maybe to give him a little deranged look in his eyes. Let's add some veins, right? There you go. Now he looks like a fucking... Now he just looks sleep deprived, which is nice, right? Sleep deprivation is also what causes... Some more form indication, but sleep deprivation is also what causes... derangement? Is that a word? Okay. So, that's his upper half, and it's been 54 minutes. I still need to think about his torso, right? This is his torso. What about here? This guy should just be fucking strapped to all hell with shit. And I think that's exactly what I'm gonna do. But that's gonna take away from this. So what can we do? Oh, we can give him a pouch. There you go. Pouches are low effort. There you go. Yeah, we can give him a pouch. Comes around like this, I guess. Again, I don't really know exactly what I'm doing, but it's kind of like I've seen this type of stuff from Kapinski and Antonio and how they define, I guess, pouches, right? So I'm just trying to copy that. Again, trying to keep the perspective in mind, because obviously that's important. It's looking less like a pouch, I guess, but it's something. Right. And maybe he has a dagger attached to this. So what does a dagger look like? Well, we know a dagger has a nice little shape like that, right? And we also know it has a hilt. Now, is this exactly what a dagger would look like? Fucking not at all. Because this is more like a fucking enhanced toothpick. God damn it. There you go. And this is also, it's like everything has a strap for the strap. Makes complete sense. Biggest thing I think I know about, about like I guess design is the fact that we want to lead the eye, right? So this is where the main thing is happening. So this, anything below the torso probably shouldn't have as much detail. Operative word being probably, because knowing me, I'm gonna fucking butt fuck it with detail anyways. But speaking of butt, okay. And I think I ended up making that a bit two-dimensional here. But again, he's gone through a lot. Honestly, I wish I came up with a better backstory for him. This fucking this piece of shit just genocided his people because he didn't like his name. He could have just filed. He literally could have just gone to the goddamn government services and be like, "Hey, I'd like to request a name change." Because nowhere in my story did I mention that it was actually illegal to change your name. He was just a fucking piece of shit. He just didn't like his name, so he immediately just decided murder was the only option. It goes to show that he was probably raised in a very poor, controlling environment. Right. Okay, this bag kind of looks fucking dumb. But when in doubt, just add more puffiness. Ta-da! Okay. And it's been 58 minutes. I'm not in a rush to get rid of this, but I'm actually running out of ideas. I'm literally running out of fucking ideas. So... should I give him a tail? Maybe his tail can be a weapon too. That's something I can think about. There you go. This can just be like the pouch that holds all this shit. And maybe we can have more grenades here, actually. Yeah. Right, so... something like this, right? Again, we don't want too much detail here from my understanding. We want to let it breathe. And I think I've done an okay job at letting certain parts breathe. It is obviously extremely overcrowded. Like I will not deny that. It is extremely overcrowded. But pee pee poo poo. This is also extremely off perspective. It feels as if this shit should also be in shadow. Like over here, obviously. But maybe I can just make it like this. There you go. Maybe? Who fucking knows? Let's just leave it. Right? We don't want to overcrowd it. Yeah, let's just leave it. I already don't know what I'm doing. Might as well perspective everything off, all that shit. Right. But cool. Cool. When in doubt, just add another fucking strap. Right? Sure. More buttons that actually don't have a place. They're just buttons. Right, maybe some random thing over here. And then I can just form indicate. Ta-da! And we can maybe make this. There you go. A bit more, bit heavier line weight. Right, and then we can add little pockets down here. Fuck, that was an accident. That line was an accident. Much like my birth, but a little star at the top of the knife, sure. Form indicate everywhere. Everywhere! Do I know what I'm doing? No, I don't. Do I care? No, I don't. Because as Antonio Artward once said, just have fun, man. Just literally just have fun. And that's what I'm doing. I'm having fun. I'm not drawing good, but I am having fun. Cool. Well, I'm gonna call it here, right? Next time, and by next time I mean literally tonight, I'll add his belt. I will, like, I mean, we'll finish up the belt. We'll finish up the bottom half. Then we can finally start adding the background, which is gonna set the perspective, which I'm excited for, because I obviously have to think about the perspective. But I think it should really help. Yeah, like it should really help. What the fuck am I trying to say? It should really help cement what I'm trying to do. Yeah, hand motions, excessive hand motions. You like that shit? You like that shit, don't you? Anyways, okay, it's been an hour and 3 minutes. Nice. Okay, cool. Well, on that note, like, subscribe, or fuck off. I don't care which, but I really do. So do all of them, and make sure to stay on my channel and refresh the tab over and over and over. So yeah. Wait, shit. This is gonna piss me off. Yeah. There you go. Even though it doesn't really work. Maybe we can have this in shadow, right? Does that work better? That kind of shadows down here. Nope, I might have fucking ruined it. But who cares? I certainly do. So whatever, that's blood. that's blood. He's gone through shit. Fucking leave him alone. But and also I should put all of this in shadow as well, actually. There you go. Right? We need to have all this in shadow. Does it make sense? It doesn't. Does it look cool? It does. So, yeah. Like, same here. Like, a lot of these should be in shadow, to be honest. Right? But I think that's enough. I don't think this shadow should have existed. If it is, maybe we should make it a bit more hairy or something, right? Yeah, now it's actually kind of taken away from this, but it's okay. It's a mistake I've made, and I'll learn to live with it, right? But actually, I won't live with it. I'll probably cry. But either way, anyways, as always, fuck you for watching. Keep drawing. What the fuck? No, that is my outro. As always, fuck you for watching. Keep drawing, and please give me money.